really depends how you view crypto from a short-term, mid-term, or long-term perspective. For example, are you buying crypto now because you're anticipating a relief rally or maybe a mini altcoin season, and this could be the last leg of the cycle, and you're trying to make some quick money, right? Or are you buying crypto for the long run, right? Do you truly believe that the next 4 years, because of the government grace and the things that we're seeing from an institutional standpoint as far as adoption, that the next 4 years could lead us into this digital asset super cycle? So I think it really depends on how you view crypto right now in your time frame expectations, right? What are you expecting from crypto in the next 3 to 6 months, in the next 4 years? Let me know in the comments. My name is Crypto Millie. Now, I did talk about this in the Patreon. I put a few posts out there, but I also want to bring it to the channel. How long altcoin seasons usually last from historical data, right? So average altcoin season is about 2 to 3 months. We had a couple rallies in 2023, 2024. Most of them were like 30 days, 60 days. Longest was 88 days. 2020 and 2017, we had almost full year of altcoin pumps, right? Altcoin season. In fact, the 2020 altcoin season was extended because of the massive liquidity injection, one would argue, because of the stimulus, DeFi yield farming, creating new demand, NFT boom, bringing new markets. NFTs went crazy, similar to meme coins. Early institution adoption phase in 2017, of course, was led by the ICO mania. The steward there, right? The leader of that class was Ethereum, which led into a insane altcoin season. Unfortunately, I was not a part of this. I bought my first crypto in 2017 because of this. The hype around it. It was Litecoin, by the way. The hype around it, but I didn't know anything about crypto. I didn't know nothing about crypto. I wasn't even a crypto person. I just was like, oh, Litecoin sounds like Bitcoin. It could be the Kobe to the Jordan, right? So with that being said, I did kind of post this in the Patreon, how we can't expect the next altcoin season to be 300 days, right? Let's not fool ourselves, right? Both outlier seasons had unique catalysts, unlikely to repeat, though there is a good chance that we can get some type of silent QE or the end of QT. The market has also matured significantly, making 300-day altcoin seasons increasingly improbable. Focus on the 60 to 90-day average for realistic planning. And I want to show you guys also how on some of these charts from TA perspective, we are now looking this week to print that confirmation candle above the bull market bands. And this is very, very important. So pro tip, the 20-day rule. Historical data shows that 85% of altcoin seasons show clear momentum within the first 20 days. So, again, timing the market is not as important of just having skin in the game, right? Having some type of exposure to crypto, to risk on assets, to stocks, however you invest, not financial advice, right? So it's just about having exposure, right? It's not about when you can time or if you can time the market. It's not about that. It's about having skin in the game, having some type of exposure. That way, if it happens, you'll most likely get a chance to benefit from the first 20 days. If broad market altcoins haven't moved significantly by day 20, it's likely a false breakout. So I think, what did we break out? Maybe like a week ago. So if this breakout for these altcoins, specifically some of the stronger ones, doesn't last 20 days, we're not in the altcoin season. If we don't see ETH start to break out, we're not in the altcoin season by historical data and by the technology, the definition, right? And also Bitcoin dominance capitulating to around 50%, right? So you know what I mean? We need that Bitcoin dominance to come around to drop below 55%. I mean, maybe 60 or 65, because, a lot of these models don't take in the effect of the ETFs and how it's allowed something like Bitcoin to stay strong, because now a lot of the suits and ties look at it as a hedge against inflation, similar to gold, right? The gold, digital gold, right, is what they call it. So yes, I'm not looking at this correction or this pullback with concern, but I do understand, right? I understand right? I understand that this could potentially lead us to that environment where people will start calling this a double top. So if this is a false breakout, you're going to see a lot of FUD, a lot of fear of people calling this a double top. It's hard for me to believe that we just going to go out like that, because the arena is set for us to explain. I mean, they got the Trump literally saying, I'm a big fan of crypto. He said it again, right? Seeing the deals happen, de-escalation of the tariff news, right? Macro kind of like quieting down. And our expectation here is that retail can start to feel at ease again, right? Like they have money again to actually buy into these risk on assets, and hopefully we get some type of catalyst and hype that can lead us to a volume surge, an increase in social sentiment, right? We also want to pay attention to the ETH BTC ratio or sold BTC, depending on how you look at altcoin season, and of course the Bitcoin dominance there. I'm breaking down. So guys, again, if you want exclusive content, be sure to join the Patreon. I don't know if it has Discord, but join the Patreon or the council. So with that being said, taking a look at the charts here from a TA perspective, I just want to go quickly and kind of show you guys the important part of where we're at in moving averages right here. So we're looking to regain the bull market bands on Ethereum as support. This is a very, very important week. We need this candle to stay above the bull market band supports, right? Bitcoin is already above it. Bitcoin has already put in a confirmation candle. It's a little frothy right now in the market, but that's only because the market's been hot for the last week. And then, of course, corrections happen, things cool off. Cool. But there's a lot of people on the sidelines that are thinking if Bitcoin can turn 100K in support, then we might have a shot at an altcoin season, right? We might have a shot. You can see that the total 3, right? This is the top 100 altcoins, top 200 altcoins. You could see that we're looking to print that confirmation candle above the bull market bands. Last but not least, and this is really important for the degens and the people like myself who buy mid caps and low caps, we also need this others chart to also print a confirmation candle above the bull market band. So it doesn't matter if we correct a little bit. As long as we can stay above these bull market bands for altcoins, technically we're bullish. Sentiment is starting to rise again, and we're still in Bitcoin season, so there's still opportunity here to kind of fill your bags up. But you don't want to get caught at, people, like I said, it's just about having skin in the game. I don't want to kind of mention, time in the market, anything like that. But you don't want to get caught in the hype phase where the altcoin season meter here is saying altcoin season and everything is pumping you like, Millie, what should I be buying? Well, I'm going to personally tell you, hey, you should have been buying down here, right? Last time altcoin season meter got up here around December. And everybody was like, Millie, we're going to go straight up. We're going to, and I'm like, we're about to have, this is like the last, this could be the beginning of the end. People was like, how can you say that? Well, we're up here now in the altcoin season meter. And I just, I'm looking like at some point we got to correct. Now, my problem was when things got up here, right? I didn't take profits like I should have, right? I should have took more profits, but even I drunk the juice, right? I drunk the hype juice. Like, okay, we about to blast up out of here. Only because I thought that we was going to hang out here a little bit longer. At the end of the day, that was inexperience, because I should have known that we still were in an environment where the Fed was restricting the monetary policy. So that was a mistake on my end, right? That I will never make again, right? Never fight the Fed again. Understanding, right? And then tax harvesting and things like that. Like the best thing to do going into that next year is to, if you're going to take profits, you take profits on January 1, regardless of what the market is, regardless of where you think you about to go. You take profits on January 1, right? So somewhere here, where things was like max. I was January 1 is when I should have just like took those profits. That's just another story. Anyway, the point of the matter here is Don't get caught buying altcoins when we're in altcoin season. You got an opportunity now. If you got the money, because it all depends on if you got the money, because you got to be able to practice good risk management. I think a lot of people want to buy these dips. A lot of people want to buy more crypto. They just ain't got it, which is completely understandable. But so don't over exert yourself to where you're financially stressed or you have financial pressure on you, because then you'll always in the back of your head feel like, oh, I need to sell this if it goes down, or I need to take profits if it pumps, right? You want to be comfortable when you're investing. That way you can sit, chill, lock it away, come back to it, see where your investment goes, especially if you're buying spot, right? You're a person that hodls. And I think most people on this channel are people that hodl. And the reason I know that, because when I try to start groups like the trench groups and you know, like these groups that are built around like day trading and you know, meme coin hunting and things of that sort. No, you know, the people that watch my channel, they just don't do that, right? They don't do that, right? They buy spot and they hodl and they have diamond hands, which is perfectly fine. Everybody is different. Everybody's situation is different, and you got to figure out what type of investor you are, right? So I think I found that out, right? So I don't, you know, I understand I understand that the people that watch this content are more hodlers and diamond handlers and buying spot. They want to chill. They don't want to have to constantly manage their portfolio. And I get it, because we got life outside of crypto. So with that being said, you probably can't see it, but the TVL here is rising, right? Is rising. DEX volume is rising, and the RWA volume also is trending to the upside, right? And stable coins and stuff continue to grow, right? And in fact, we still continue to see laws and stuff about stable coins continue to mature. So we got a lot to look forward to. Don't get too wrapped up into these days. You know, 20, 30 days from the day that we started pumping, if we don't get any consistency or sustainability, then there's an issue, right? You know, altcoin seasons are predictable, with durations varying due to market volatility, project-specific developments, and external factors like regulatory changes. Short-lived peaks, 2 to 3 weeks, may occur without constituting a full season. So just keep in mind, guys, we got to continue to monitor the first 20 days of this rally. And if this rally can sustain for 20 days, it's likely a real rally, we're heading into altcoin season. If not, if this rally does not sustain for 20 days, then it could possibly be a false breakout. Let me know what y'all think. Are we going to get altcoin season? Will we get the double top? I would love to know everybody's opinion. Engage with the video, like and subscribe. It's your boy Crypto Millie. I'll see you in the next one.